Carson, with all you've been through over the last year, what does the Ed Block Courage Award mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it means a lot. It's something obviously you hope you don't get the chance to win because it means you're injured. But being voted on by your teammates and everything, it's a cool award and what it stands for and everything. So I'm very appreciative of my teammates for picking me.
Doug said you might have been pressing a little bit in some moments on Sunday, looking at the film a little bit. Did you get that sense watching that?
I didn't feel like I was pressing. I know late in the game, when we're down by what we were, we're trying to make plays, trying to put up points. So you could call that pressing, but really we're just trying to make plays. We're just trying to fight and try and make some plays, and that led to a couple turnovers and different things. So those are things you got to clean up. Be smart with when you force those and things like that. But I never felt like I was pressing in the game.
What did stick out? That was the worst game of your career. How do you go about rebounding this week?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go through this week the same way I always do. Last week is last week. That's behind us. Personally, as a team, it's all, that doesn't represent who we are and how we play this game. So we're all just looking forward to this next opportunity, getting out here again today finally to practice and move around and do just be ourselves again. We're looking forward to that. So I don't change my approach, win, lose, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. I stay the same really all the time.
Is it any harder to do that after a game like that? Is it any harder to keep it the same?
Not for me, just because I've kind of built my routine and just how I mentally prepare and everything. I've kind of just established that, and it's just the way this league is. There's going to be good weeks, there's going to be bad weeks, there's going to be some in between, and you never want to be on that emotional roller coaster. You want to stay the same, and yeah.
Even though you're putting the game behind you, what did you make of Malcolm's comments yesterday critiquing demeanor from the Saints loss?
Yeah, I mean, Malcolm, we all have a ton of respect for his opinion and how he sees things, and we all see things a little differently. I know, at the end of the day, what I said after the game is that we won't be a team that quits. We won't be a team that lays down. And, there's some things that we can see on the film from how we kind of just handle our body language and different things like that, myself included, that's just uncharacteristic of who we are. So it's really up to the leaders, Malcolm, myself, other leaders, to just really hold everyone accountable and just keep plugging along.
How much is the offensive room miss Frank Reich in terms of his calming influence?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it a lot, obviously, with Coach Groh, Press, and Frank and DeFilippo, and it's hard to play the comparison game. It's easy from the outside looking in, but inside here, I mean, we feel a lot of respect for those two coaches that have now left us. Love those guys, but at the same time, the guys we have in there both do a good job X's and O's, and just off the field, just with camaraderie and everything. So we feel really good with those guys.
A lot of fans expected when you guys made the deal for Golden Tate for him to come in and really fit in and really elevate this offense pretty quickly as a longtime veteran. Just hasn't happened yet. Are you surprised at all that connection hasn't been formed as that quick?
Yeah, I mean, we feel confident with Golden. Last week, obviously you can look through the stat column. Really, no one was clicking. Nothing was happening. We struggled as a whole offensively. So, I feel really confident in getting Golden in there and how we've used him and how we're just going to keep progressing using him going forward. And he's done some really good things.
Coach Groh said it's been a challenge to get him integrated into the offense. Why do you think Coach Groh feels that way? What have you noticed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's been necessarily a challenge. It's just, we're always just trying to find ways to spread the ball around. We got a lot of playmakers on this side of the ball, and we got to use them well. And again, like I just said, I feel confident with how we have used him. Excited with how we're going to keep building and using him, and really using all of our weapons. From Nelson to J-Matt to Alshon Ertz. Getting Dallas in there, and including these running backs. I mean, we got a lot of weapons that we just got to use well.
What level of story from the Saints game plan the night before? Essentially, they wanted the ball in your hands, throwing a lot, and said when the Eagles are throwing a lot, they're not as effective. How do you interpret that?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even aware, to be honest. So I don't make much of it. I'm trying to put that game behind us, and that just kind of is what it is.
Carson, what kind of control at the line of scrimmage do you have relative to, say, last season?
Yeah, I think as far as at the line audibles and control and getting in and out of plays, routes, everything, it's really been the same. It's really been the same amount. There's plenty of times where obviously most of the time you just let the play ride that coach calls and you feel confident in it. But they have a ton of confidence in me and give me the freedom to change some things here and there. And yeah, just maybe it doesn't quite look like we're doing it quite as much as we maybe did last year, but we definitely have the same freedom.
It looked like you checked into something or out of something on that touchdown. Is that right?
No, that was just a no huddle turbo
Sweat,
call.
I didn't know if that was.
No, coach called that one.
I got you.
Carson, you talked about the slow starts a lot. Another one, is there any closer to getting a handle, or is it just a bunch of things?
It's a lot of things. You know, I know you guys are searching for answers on that, so are we. You know, it's frustrating. The slow starts are frustrating. Again, it sound like a broken record up here with something we talk about. And it's really hard to put your finger on one thing, and so we realize it. You know, we realize the impact it can have on a game and really changing the momentum and the landscape of a ball game. And it's something we're really trying to focus on getting cleaned up.
After the Super Bowl, as you were going through your rehab, obviously you were part of the Super Bowl victory, but you weren't obviously you didn't play in that game. What did you make of how everyone else reacted to the victory as you were going through your rehab? You know, the guys.
Yeah, that seems like an eternity ago at this point, so I'm not going to focus on that.
Most QBs want the ball in their hands as much as possible, but how much would a balanced attack help you in the passing game if you're able to run the ball a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we always want to be balanced. And, you know, I think we go into every game with the focus on being balanced. And then, you know, we've talked about this before, just kind of the flow of the game, whether we're down or just how the defense is playing us half the time is part of it. So, really every week we want to be balanced. You know, that's the goal. Everyone on this offense is on the same page, and then it's just kind of play ball from there.
Guys have had a little more success recently. Have you seen anything different from them defensively since you played?
I don't think I've seen anything different. You know, they've been a good defense. You know, I thought, you know, just the way they're coached, the way they kind of fly around, make plays. They're kind of pretty multiple, do some different things, which can make it confusing at times for the quarterback to see coverage and see blitzes and everything. So on film, they look like they do some things well, but at the same time, they look very similar to how they were a couple weeks ago.
Doug was saying he feels like you guys are only a few plays from having kind of a different record, a different season. Is that the message he's sending internally, and do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's the NFL. You know, that's at the end of the day. Every week you could look at, okay, just a couple plays here or there could have went the other way. Obviously, last week is kind of the outlier there. Wasn't our game, but it wasn't our day. But most of these weeks, you know, we're a play or two here or there, and yeah, I mean, we realize that every play is that important, and we got to get some things cleaned up.
You said your comments up here are usually very team-centric, either win or lose. But in the situation you're in at 4-6, how incumbent is it upon the starting quarterback to kind of lift yourself out of this?
Yeah, I mean, I feel a lot of expectation on myself, and I hold myself to high expectations. And what we put out last week, what I put out last week is not good enough. I mean, it's definitely not good enough. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to put undue pressure or added pressure on my shoulders. I try to not avoid those things. But as the quarterback and as one of the leaders of this team, I realize I definitely got to be better to try and get this thing going.
Carson, have you been personally tested by a performance like this, like either earlier in your career or even going back to college? And if so, like, do you remember like how you were able to respond?
I'm trying to remember. I know my rookie year, I think I had a 3 interception game as well. And you know, at the end of the day, even within a game when I throw a pick, I try not to dwell on it. You know, I try not to let it hang around and change my approach or anything like that. So, like I said earlier, like nothing about this week is changing just because of the result of last week, how I performed, how we performed as a team. We're still going to go out there and practice the same. I'm still going to be preparing mentally all the same. So I don't really get hung up on that stuff, and I just keep doing what I know.
You were referencing the body language earlier, you know, after you threw the interception. It was
Yeah.
kind of uncharacteristic, but is it good to kind of show that sometimes, or when you look back at it, you kind of wish you would have reacted differently?
Yeah, I definitely wish I would have reacted differently. I mean, you know, you get frustrated within a game, but you know, that, like you guys said, that's uncharacteristic of me. I like to stay really even keel, and at that point, I let my emotions get the best of me.
Doug said there are a lot of offensive plays left on the field on Sunday. What's the key to making the most of those opportunities going forward?
It comes down to execution. You know, we feel there's plays to be made all over that film, and it's just something little kind of all over the film that's just slowing us down, holding us back. And shoot, we've been saying that for weeks now, and again, same kind of stuff. Sounds like a broken record, but we all see it. We all watch the film. We see it together. We know the little things that we can correct. So if all of us just give a little bit more every play, we can get this thing going.
What are your thoughts on the amount that you've used your legs over the first 10 games, and whether ramping that area up is a possible partial solution to getting the offense going?
Yeah, I mean, using my legs is something. I mean, we never really do it in a designed way. So it's really just kind of instincts and just kind of within the play. If a play breaks down, things like that. So I never go looking for times to scramble or looking for times to move around. They usually just present themselves as they come. And you could say probably last year I used them more. And I don't think it's injury related. It's just kind of the way the plays in the games have been this year.
This isn't the first time you've been asked this, but at 4-6, and with the way the division's going, you're still in it, but the margin of error is small this week. So what's the level of urgency heading into this game?
It's high. I mean, it is very high. I mean, it's been high every week, but yeah, we're very aware of where we're at and where this division is, and at the same time, we're extremely confident, going out there each week. Just because what happened last week, our confidence isn't going to change. We're going to go out there and attack it and get right back in this thing. Thanks, guys. You too.